Well, I got an interesting video for you today, and it actually involves my shirt or what's on it. So I don't really want to show you yet until after the intro. So with that said, let's jump in. Now don't worry, I'll show you the shirt momentarily. But first, I want to set the scene a little bit and kind of explain how I kind of came up with this video topic. I was thinking about the people that we add to our contacts on our phone so that we know who's calling us, so that we can answer the call of those who are calling us. Oh, hey, it's my friend. Oh, hey, it's my dad. Oh, hey, it's my mom. Things like that. We can see who's calling us and we can answer. Now, some of us actually add people to contacts so that we can ignore their call, so we know who's calling us so we can choose to ignore it. But this whole idea of adding people to contacts. With that said, how many of us are actually adding God to contacts? How many of us that when we see God calling, we actually accept his call and actually step up to the challenge or the call, whatever he's asking us to do? And how many of us, if we're honest with ourselves, we see him calling, we ignore his call, decline his call, because we know what that means. He's going to call us out of our comfort zone, call us out of our area of comfortability, where we have to perhaps maybe uproot a lot of the way we're living, our comfortable way of life. And we don't want that. So we choose to decline his call every single time. Now, how many of us don't even add him to contacts at all? We choose to leave it just a phone number so that we don't answer the call. And we say, well, I don't answer the phone if I don't know who that person is. They can leave a message. How many of us just leave it as a phone number? A phone number. We never actually add him to contacts so that we can purposely not answer his call. We send him to voicemail. And when he goes to voicemail, do you delete the voicemail? Now, I really want us to think about this and really ponder and wrestle with this idea of adding God to our contacts and accepting or declining his call. Because it's important. If we call ourselves Christians, whenever we see God calling, we should automatically accept. Automatically accept. It's a challenge for some. I get that. It's a challenge. But we have to train ourselves to answer the call every single time. Never to say, I'm too busy, I'll call him back later. God takes priority. God takes priority. Whenever he calls, we accept, we answer. So if you're one of the people that, whether you are purposely or inadvertently, unknowingly doing this and declining his call or not adding him to contacts, then I think we really need to search inside ourselves if we're at all really called Christians. If we call ourselves Christians, but if we are actually Christians. Because if we're actually Christians, we will answer the call every single time, knowing full well what it may or may not entail. But be up for the challenge. Be up for the adventure. Be up for the journey, whatever it may be, whether the road might be paved or it might be gravel. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it will be. We step up and we accept the challenge wherever he's calling us, whether it's our own backyard or it's overseas, whether it's to help the widows and orphans, to help build a church, to just inspire and influence others, to read the Bible, to become a pastor, whatever it might be, whatever your role in the big mission is, we have to be willing to accept it because it's God. He's calling us. He's calling you. He's calling me. He's calling everyone. So don't send him to voicemail and don't decline his call. Make sure that you add him to contacts and make sure that every time he calls you, you accept. You put whatever else you're doing aside, lay it all down and answer his call. Because he's important. He's of the utmost importance. He's your creator. He deserves your undivided attention. Undivided attention. So, this is one of the really short videos, but I felt it necessary to put this out and to talk about this because this idea, this notion of us not answering the call when he calls, we can't do that. And some of us don't know that we're doing it, so I wanted to bring it to our attention, bring it to your attention, so that we can now be mindful of it. Answer the call. Always. So with that said, I am glad you guys tuned in this week. And please follow me on all the socials and share this video. Get this word out and let others know. Make them aware so that if they're doing this, they can hopefully change direction and shift gears a little bit and become better. So thank you guys for tuning in this week. And until next week, as always, be blessed.